Alright everybody, welcome back. Hope everyone had a good weekend. Hope everyone enjoyed Mother's Day weekend. I hope all you moms out there who happen to watch, happen by this video. Hope y'all had a good weekend and your kids actually did something for you. Had a good race at Kansas. A different winner, a first-time winner this season, Jeff Gordon. Let me finish this stuff right quick, and then there we go. That should be it. And ready. Okay. Anyways, Jeff Gordon won this weekend through pit stops and whatnot, through pit cycle. He had a fast car there at the end. Was able to get out of Kevin Harvick and hold him off at the line, which seemed sort of out of place, because Harv it seemed like ran him, like got a whole, like a lot of distance. I'm having a hard time putting words together at the moment, but he ran Gordon down there for the last couple of laps. He went into God mode, but it wasn't enough, and Gordon was able to hold him off, and despite only leading 9 laps, actually won his first race of the season. And now the guy who's leading the points doesn't have to worry about when are you gonna win. That is to be the silliest thing ever, because that was the whole narrative surrounding him all season. I mean, he's been awesome. He's been borderline resurgent, if you want to say that, and everybody's just been wondering when he's gonna get back to victory lane. And now that he has, he can get that monkey off his back. I think that's actually exactly how he put it on the radio after winning. But yep. So, but I don't understand why people are so. I mean, winning is the big deal. It's the only deal, really, in racing. But when you think about it, when a guy is competing against 42 other cars out there, and about 20 of them could win each week, and about 30 of them could win or run well on a given week, and the 10 car was proof of that. More on her in a little bit, but I just kind of lost track. Damn you, Danica! You made me lose my place. But yeah, whenever you're beating, whenever you finish third, you're beating like 40 other cars. So, and most of them are really good. So that's kind of where the whole wins stat gets a little bit, I don't want to say meaningless to me, but it's not as big of a deal to me as it is to other people, because whenever you're in racing, you're not one-on-one. It's not about winning or losing. It's about beating as many cars as you can, and when you're and then winning. But oh, what the? Okay. Speaking of winning, Tony just made sure I couldn't. Apparently, a virtual Tony Stewart believes winning is the most important thing, so I should probably shut my mouth.
He's steadily losing positions.
We're not happy about this, BP. But yep. I'm not trying to say winning isn't the biggest thing in racing, but there's not as big of a distance between that and racking up top 5s as a lot of people like to make it seem. Now, I do get well, okay, I'm about to go into talk out both sides of my face mode, because, well, no, not really, because I still kind of have a problem with you know what, I'm just gonna shut up. I don't really know how to word what I'm thinking right now, so I'm just gonna hush my mouth and stop there. But anyways, I'm glad Jeff Gordon could get that off of his back. That narrative's done, and we still have. Meanwhile, I can't drive. Meanwhile, we now have 9 different winners. Jimmy Johnson, Matt Kenseth, Casey Kane, who's usually good for one weekend of just being infinitely better than everyone else. Let's see, Marcos Ambrose, who's going to be money on the road courses. those guys haven't won yet. Kyle Larson still could win, so we're gonna get. We're whoa, got real high there. Voice got a little high pitched. But a lot of guys that can win have not won yet. I think we're probably gonna end up getting closer to 16 winners than I originally thought, because I was thinking about 12 or 13, where it usually is. Where that was the number of drivers that were going to win, and we might get to 14, maybe 15. I'm still holding strong that we are not getting to 16, and I'm still holding to my annoyance at the beginning of the year when that was the theme, when everyone thought we were going to have 26 different winners in the first 26 races. But yeah, it's gonna be a little closer than I thought, I will admit. Now watch it, it's just double winners the whole way. Jimmy Johnson doesn't win a race for the first time like ever all season. Wouldn't that be a story if Jimmy Johnson goes winless this season? I mean, that doesn't seem possible. I mean, that seems like a silly thought to entertain, but it was a silly thought to entertain that Jeff Gordon might go winless in a season at one point, and he's done that a couple of times now. So you never know. I mean, it's not a smart bet, but I'll throw that thought out there as a possibility, just because usually whenever I say something, that usually jinxes it for everyone, for the person involved. So Jimmy Johnson will probably win the 600 here in a couple of weeks. But anyways, on to the tin car, who got all the headlines, because when she has a above average race, that's the most important thing in NASCAR, according to most of the media in the world. But she was legitimately good Saturday night. Had a top 5 capable car, brought it home in 7th, which is nothing to sneeze at. A lot of people have top 5 cars and do the exact same with them. So it was one of those weekends where it's like, oh yeah, maybe she's not just a joke. Maybe she can drive a race car. And the race kind of had a weird IndyCar feel to it, to me, just because of the way the cars were acting in the draft, the way the tires weren't really wearing that much. It was just the way the track was, where it's not really a high braking track. It's just kind of a let off the throttle and get back on it. It just kind of had an IndyCar type feel to it, and lo and behold, Danica was up there racing not really racing for the lead, but racing close to it. So props to her. She needs to do that much more often than she has been doing. And I noticed at the beginning of the race, not a single one of the SHR cars was better than 19th in points coming into this weekend, and lo and behold, all of them were running in the top 8 at one point, or the top 9. So yeah, so it was definitely a good race for Stuart Haas Racing. They didn't come home with the win, but and Kurt Busch kind of had some trouble there late, but
he is currently running in 8th place.
Kevin Harvick and Danica Patrick carried the banner. So I'm back up here to Tony, who wrecked me earlier. It's oh no, never mind. No revenge for me. But anyways, it was a good weekend for her. She needs to build off of it. I want to see her do that more often before I'm gonna jump on the Danica train. But it was a good outlier to have. But anyways, so this race sucked, and my stumbling earlier had to have been very very fun to watch. I didn't even get a comment there at the end of the race by the announcers. They were just like, whatever, you finished 7th. But anyways, that's it for this weekend, for this episode, for my brilliant analysis of Kansas, where I spent half the time going trying to come up with words. But anyways, yep, well, I guess that's it. Congrats to Jeff Gordon. I'm going on to Watkins Glen. The All-Star race is this weekend for real life. so that'll be fun. It hadn't been the most exciting. I kind of missed the. I did like the. I know it allowed guys to hang back or whatever once you won a race, but I did enjoy the have 4 segments, and the winner of the first 4 segments got to start on the first 2 rows for pit stops for the final segment, or however it was. I think I described it correctly, but I liked that. But oh well, I don't even know what the format this year. I've stopped looking at it because it's different every year. So, anyways, that's enough talking about that. I'll talk about that later this weekend. So, catch you on the flip side. I'm out.